know where everybody gets their fireworks from, uh, but please, be safe while you're firing those fireworks. I hear it seems like every single year somebody in the NFL blows a finger off or something crazy like that with these fireworks. Let's go ahead and take a look at this story. I was trying to avoid it, but I was trying to avoid it, but you know what? Okay, so it's another video. Let's just take a look at it.
Moment. According to the CDC, more than half of the women in domestic violence situations are killed at the hands of their male partners. 50%. This is a tragic statistic a southeast Shelby County family experienced Monday when a father and his stepdaughter were shot and killed by 28-year-old Jalen McCollins, who the Shelby County Sheriff's Office says is wanted tonight. Action News 5 Stephanie Douglas shares the family's plea. Stephanie.
Well, Joy, a plea for 28-year-old Jalen McCollins to turn himself in is coming from his girlfriend's family. They say McCollins shot Anthony Stewart and her stepdad, Gary Newsom, when she tried to...
Hold that thought, Chad. I did not know that this wasn't showing up. Okay, here we go.
To break up with him. Action News 5 did some digging and found this is just one of many domestic violence encounters he's had with women.
We are just devastated, heartbroken, in disbelief still that this even is happening.
A family is reeling over the death of 22-year-old Anthony Stewart and her stepdad, 66-year-old Gary Newsom. The two were shot inside their home Monday on Newfound Gap Road off of East Shelby Drive around 5 a.m. during a domestic violence dispute with Stewart's significant other.
The only thing we can speculate, because we were not there, from his actions in previous, just period, being a father, stepfather, a protector. More than likely, he was telling him to leave. I'm going to call the police.
This is a glimpse from what the Ring doorbell camera caught moments before the shooting. The suspect, 28-year-old Jalen McCollins, dated Stewart for 3 years. Stewart's family says she made multiple attempts to end the relationship.
It's been like a year that she's been trying to break away. But every time she breaks away, he says, I'm going to commit suicide. I'm going to kill myself.
Action News 5 went through McCollins' criminal history and found a handful of domestic violence charges filed from previous ex-girlfriends between 2018 to 2020. All were dropped. It's a troubling red flag the family says they wish they knew before.
If I knew he had a violent background, I would have probably talked more to my niece about leaving him.
This shooting sheds a light.
Yeah, that's a shame. That's a shame. I mean, you know, hey, look. Any of y'all men out here that you know, get super possessive or have just like a one-track mind that you can't let go of a particular thing, brother, that's something that needs to be worked on. That's something that you have to go and seek outside help for. I'm talking about not and I'm not even being condescending. I'm just talking about, and it goes both ways, you know. I mean, that's just something that you have to work on, because it doesn't have to anything to do with that person, you know, that you're dealing with. It's something that you can work on. You can take a step back, have some time for yourself. I get it. I mean, sometimes you get into something, you feel like people hit your push your buttons and so on and so forth. But the only thing that affects you is what you allow to affect you. It's just bottom line. And so if you have the wherewithal to be able to take a step back and say, this isn't for me, or I need to take a look at, you know, me or whatever, you know what? The low road is always normally better. Don't meet somebody at their energy. Just let that go. And I'm telling you, it's way more powerful too. You know what I'm saying? Leave that shit alone. It's only going to hurt you in the long run, you know, at the end of the day. So it's a sad story. This is actually a follow-up from the story that we read. We read back the other day about the double homicide or double shooting on New Gap, Foundland. I can't remember the name of the street, but this is something that this is the follow-up, and I guess it kind of expounds a little bit more on what happened. And so, yeah, it's a sad deal. That's a sad deal. I feel like a lot of this stuff is avoidable. You just have to kind of, I don't know. I mean, it's up to each individual person, you know, at the end of the day. But we put ourselves in this position. So many prayers going out to this family. I know it's a very hard time. And, yeah, prayers.